Most business owners treat their website like a light switch. You turn it on once and then never touch it again. But that is not how websites work. And the business that understands this has a significant advantage over the ones that do not. There is a version of your website that works quietly in the background while you're with clients, maybe on the job site or at home or even in the evening. And there is a version that does not. The difference between them is not about design. It's not about budget, it's about what happens after the website launches. South African small business owners are stretched. You are selling, you are delivering, you are managing, you are chasing payments. Your website should be working for you during all of that. It should be answering the questions a potential client has before they call. It should be showing your recent work so a visitor can see the quality of what you do. It should be reflecting the current version of your business, not the version from 2 years ago. For most businesses, it's not doing any of those things. Not because the business is bad, because the website was never set up to keep doing that job over time. Here is what usually happens after a website launches. The first few weeks, the business owner shares the link, sends it to clients, feels good about it. Then the work takes over. 3 months later, a new service has been added. The website does not even mention it. 6 months later, the business has moved premises. The old address is still on the site. A year later, the contact form just stops working after a software update. Nobody noticed because inquiries had quietly dropped off and everyone assumed it was just a slow period. 2 years later, the site looks dated. It loads slowly. A competitor with a cleaner, faster, more current site is now winning the search that this business used to get. At no point did the business owner decide to let this happen. It just happened. Most businesses' websites decline not because of a single failure, but because of gradual neglect. And that neglect is usually invisible until it already costs the business significantly. A website is a living system. It runs on software that evolves. It competes for search engine rankings against other sites that are actively being maintained. It speaks to potential customers or clients whose expectations of professionalism increase over time. A site that stood still has effectively moved backwards relative to everything around it. A website does not need to be rebuilt every year. It needs to be looked after every month. The businesses whose websites constantly deliver inquiries are not the ones with the biggest budgets. They are usually the ones whose websites are consistently maintained. Think about a photographer. She invested in a professional website when she launched her business. Great design, good content, strong portfolio. For the first 6 months, inquiries came in consistently. Then gradually, fewer. Then fewer still. She could not understand why. Her work had only gotten better, right? But her website had stayed exactly the same. Her portfolio showed work from a few years ago. Her pricing page referenced services that she no longer offered. Her mobile experience was slow because a plugin had never been updated. Meanwhile, a newer photographer in the same city has a simpler site, but it was maintained monthly. Recent shoots were added, testimonials updated, loading fast on every device. Clients chose her not because she was better, because her business looked alive. So what does it actually take to keep a website working over time? It requires someone checking that everything still functions correctly. It requires new work being added as it gets completed. It requires testimonials going up as clients leave them. It requires content staying current as the business evolves. For a busy business owner, that is a lot to manage. Think about how a good accountant works. You do not do your own books every month. You hand it to a professional. Not because you can't necessarily figure it out, but because your time is better spent on the work you're actually good at. A managed website works on the same principle. The setup is professional from day one. The maintenance happens every month without the business owner having to initiate. New content goes up. Technical issues are caught before they become problems. The site keeps loading correctly, looking current, and performing the way it should. The business owner focuses on the work. The website focuses on bringing in the next client. This is what Afridesign provides for South African businesses. Not a once-off web project, a professional managed web presence that works while you work and keeps working when you are not. If you want to see what a managed web presence looks like for a South African small business owner, visit afridesign.com. Maybe ask yourself these questions. Why businesses are invisible? How clients decide whether to trust you, what your website needs to say, and what it takes to keep it working over time. If any of these have raised questions about your own website, those are definitely questions worth answering. And maybe we can help you at afridesign.com.